Just have you considered my servant Job? There ain't nobody like him. But watch this. Verse 9 says, yeah, I've seen him, but the only reason he served you the way he do, the only reason he praises you the way he does, the only reason he still go to church the way he do, drive the way he do, preach the way he do, sing the way she does, the only reason that you do, the enemy said, is because you got your hedge fence around them. And I've only come on today to tell you the last thing that you should consider is one of the first things that the enemy ought to consider before he came to oppose you, before friends turned their back on you, before family tried to deny you, before friends who was there claiming to be to the end until spouses walked away on you. I'm saying on today, the last thing you should consider, should have been the first thing that they consider, is that you can't put your hands on me. You can't hurt me. God only allows the enemy to oppose you only to a certain extent because his hedge is around me. And for somebody in the room on today, you got to know that God's hedge is around you. I know that they doubted you and they were slated about it, said that you couldn't achieve it and you wouldn't be promoted by it. That's all right. Let them say what they will, because the will of God over you is to protect you. And I know that nothing that they could say could do any damage to me, because they're only able to say it because they cannot touch me. They can't touch you in this season because his hands are on you. His hands are on you. Prove it, preacher. I got my hedge around him. That's what God said in response to the enemy that said, I've only been able to look at him. I says, I know you've been looking at him. I know you've been planning against him. I know you've been plotting. I know you've been lying. I know you've been speaking evil against him. I know you've been talking about it. My God, but the enemy did not consider on today. All he can do is talk about you. All he can do is spread lies and rumors and try and defamate your character and try and slander your name. The only thing he could do was pull up false allegations in the attack. But anybody in the room on today know that all the enemy came on to do would be denied of him, because all he's able to do is to stand around and look at it. Because when God has his hedge fence around you, I am protected from the top of my head down to the sole of my feet. Maybe the enemy should have considered that on today. No, you don't need to consider everything that he's doing, but maybe he should consider some of the stuff God has done through you. He's only done this so that you can know, you can testify, you can reason in word on today and say, maybe the enemy should have considered that the best he gonna get is just looking at this. You can't touch God protects. He has his hedge fence around you today.